Hello, everybody. Today I will dive into the topic of the worst Iron Man armors, in my opinion. It's perfectly fine if you like any of these, and I won't judge you if you do like any of them. I'll clarify where I think these suits went wrong and what didn't work for me. So, let's get started with number 10. I love the old Iron Man armors. There's just something so simple and clean about them that gives them life to me. But what if we added one extra thing to it? Well, then this just proves that sometimes one extra detail can mess up a simple design. This is the Model 3 with a nose. To give some context, according to Kurt Busiek, Stan Lee looked at a picture with Tony's eyes too close to the faceplate, so he asked, "Where's the nose?" And they didn't interpret it as don't draw the eyes too close to the faceplate, but rather give Iron Man a nose. I just think this look is really silly looking to the point that I can't take the suit seriously. This is the prime example as how you can ruin a simple design by misinterpreting criticism of your art. At least the suit looks great below the neck. Number 10. The Silver Centurion is one of the most eye-catching designs the character has ever had in my opinion. It changes the look of the character in a lot of ways, but still managed to look exactly like Iron Man. What if we designed this suit in a 3D cartoon with a limited budget? What would it look like? Oh. As a kid, I didn't even catch this was meant to be an attempt at the Silver Centurion. Circle arc reactor, along with the fact that he fights Whiplash, and it just made me think this was meant to be their version of the Mark V for some movie synergy. I get why the suit doesn't look so drastically different from the main suit. 3D shows have a small budget and need to reuse as much assets as possible. But I think just giving the suit shoulder pads and a different emblem would easily make it clearer on what it's meant to be. It's not awful, but I just wish it looked more unique. I find this design more disappointing than bad. Number 8. I'm unsure if this is a hot take, but I love the Iron Legion suits from Iron Man 3. They just look so eye-catching and different, but there's two of them that I just don't like. And I'm going to start with the Mark 27, codename Disco. I don't think the color scheme mixes very well with the Mark 7 body and the War Machine helmet. This armor just looks like it was sponsored by Nerf. You know, the toy gun company. This looks like if they made a War Machine action figure with mounted shoulder cannon action. Number 7. Now, I don't think this list would be complete without some skins from the Avengers game. Oh, not that one. Yes, that one. I would never slander Captain America and the Avengers. Anyways, there are plenty of skins in this game that really miss the mark. The first one I want to highlight is the Avenging Archer skin. I think the concept of an Iron Man and Hawkeye hybrid suit is a really cool idea, but this didn't work for me. I think the Model 2's helmet will work pretty well since it matches Hawkeye's old mask a little bit. Adding a quiver in the back wouldn't hurt either. I think a bow that's attached to the arm that shoots repulsors would be awesome. The idea isn't unworkable. I think it had a lot of potential, but what we got is just a black and purple Silver Centurion that looks too busy. Number 6. Another Silver Centurion recolor. This is the blue holo skin. I think making it completely holographic, like how the holograms appear in the movies, would look great like Jarvis and Friday's HUD menu. But what we're left with just looks too blue and overly reflective for my taste. Maybe giving it a unique shape would help make it feel more special. But I guess you gotta reuse models as much as possible to update a live service game more frequently. Number 5. I think Red Snapper looks really cool. But what if you took away the claws and painted the suit orange? This is the Mark 36, codename Peacemaker. This is designed to be a crowd control suit, and I like that idea, but I don't think orange really meshes well with Iron Man suits. This is really just Red Snapper without anything that made it make it cool. I don't have much to say because there's only one scene where it is visually identifiable, so let's move on. Number 4. Red and gold will forever be my favorite color palette for Iron Man suits. I especially like suits that really emphasize the gold, which is why I love the Mark 42 so much. But what if you evenly split the two colors? Oh. This is the Federation armor from the Avengers game, and it's a superior Iron Man recolor that looks really ugly to me. I'm sorry, it just looks too busy, and evenly splitting the two colors just doesn't really mesh very well in the way they did it. I'm sure it could work on a better model with the colors placed differently, but this just isn't it for me. Number 3. The mid-90s was a tough time for Marvel Comics. They were really struggling with bankruptcy, and they made a lot of baffling choices in their comics. One of the worst is when Tony Stark was replaced by a teenage version of himself. His suit is the topic for number 3. The proportions just look really wacky to me. I think the weird handle-looking things around the arm look strange. Maybe this design would look better if the proportions were toned down, but what we got leaves a lot to be desired. Number 2. Speaking of the mid-90s, they tried rebooting Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, and the Fantastic Four, and Heroes Reborn. This is the failed reboot that gave us this infamous Captain America drawing. Seriously, what is up with those muscles? It also gave us this abomination. I think the cable limbs could look cool if they were drawn better, but it just doesn't look great most of the time. The helmet legit looks like an ape in some panels and covers. Who thought this was passable? Some drawings of it also gave it a weirdly pronounced crotch piece for some reason. How bad the design is overall depends on the artist, but it has never looked great or really just good to me. Number 1. Here it is. The worst Iron Man armor ever, in my opinion. Drumroll, please. The crash test suit from Marvel's Avengers. Oh my goodness. At least it looks like a crash test dummy. Doesn't mean it looks good, but it looks like what it's meant to be. This skin feels emblematic of how bad a lot of the skins in this game looked. On one of the more popular negative reviews of the game, it's on the thumbnail. I think that really says something about it. I think the face looks really stupid and weird. The colors all over the place, and the shape of the suit is really unflattering to look at. This is how you don't design an Iron Man armor. Well, that wraps it up. Remember that it's okay to like these suits even if I don't. If there's a suit you think belonged in this list, tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your take. If this video gets 3,000 views, I'll make a top 10 best Iron Man suits list. Goodbye!